In the midst of the ongoing Anglophone crisis, the rate of rural-urban migration has drastically increased, especially amongst the youths. Many are those who have left their villages in quest of education, greener pastures, better living conditions, and security. However, like a meta proverb says, all of the ants will never leave their hill. Some have stayed back, braving the odds amidst the crisis to make ends meet. The Tobho Youth Association has been relatively active during this crisis period and have been outstanding in their activities. After having noticed them as a seriously committed youth group, the Mbengwi Communal Bureau of the Cameroon National Youth Council that was voted into office last December 2022 went sourcing for funding to reach out to a youth group in the subdivision as their pioneer realization. It was in the course of the search that the Youth Council came in contact with the Meta Cultural and Development Association branch in the United States of America, known as MECUDA U.S.A, submitted to them a project which they accepted to fund. On Tuesday, September 26, 2023, members of the Tobho Youth Association, the Cameroon National Youth Council, Mbengwi Bureau, and other personalities met in Tobho Quarter for the donation exercise of the agricultural package that comprised of 3 piglets, 20 bags of feed, and a credit union account for better management of the association's funds, especially those to be generated from the Piggery project.
I really want to thank the MECUDA U.S.A for this preview project. I also want to thank the National Youth Council. Really, the Tobho youth are so happy because I think we are one of the first youth to benefit this type of project, and we are very grateful. I would also like to encourage other youth that they should also look for means, because before we find ourselves benefiting the seeds and the piglet that have been donated by the MECUDA U.S.A is because of the way we associate. We have a youth meeting, we create activities, we clean our quarter. They should also copy from us so that they also have the opportunity to benefit.
The brief ceremony was characterized by speeches and a symbolic handing over exercise plus visitation to the pig style.
I really want to thank MECUDA U.S.A for giving the Tobho youth this opportunity to have all these piglets. They will help them. I really thank you, the coordinators who connected them, the youth of Tobho Quarter, to the project. And I'm telling the Tobho youth to handle these pigs carefully and to feed the pigs in a way that when they see it, they will admire, they will also like it, and they will know that they did something which is better for the Tobho youth.
Prior to the donation exercise, a memorandum of understanding had been signed some weeks back between the Youth Council and the beneficiary youth group, with one of its terms being that at the end of the fattening exercise, 2 piglets will be given back by the beneficiary for onward donation to another selected beneficiary youth group. But why the choice of Tobho Youth Association as beneficiary? A question Mbengwi Online posed to the president of the Cameroon National Youth Council, Mbengwi Communal Bureau.
There are several factors that have made us to choose them. They are hardworking, they are united, and they are influential. Now, after 7 or 6 years into the crisis, most of the youth associations in Mbengwi subdivision have been very dormant. But Tobho youth, they are alive, and they have been the limelight for other youth associations in Mbengwi. That's why they were the first choice for us. We still plan to move to other youth associations so that we can impact them, or we continue looking for funding. And with this one of Tobho, I think the other youth association will sit up and they will stand a chance of benefiting from such a gesture. The Cameroon National Youth Council is not a political group, it is a bureau that is in charge of controlling youth associations in the subdivision. And you cannot just dive into one association without passing through the National Youth Council, because we are there, we know who is who and what they are doing. We are like a main bridge that links funders to the beneficiaries, which are the youth associations.
MECUDA U.S.A has stood out distinct as the leading diaspora branch in terms of realizing concrete projects back home that greatly impact the lives of humanity. Hardly will half a year go by without their name being mentioned for having done one or two things here and there.
What MECUDA U.S.A. has done today is a light for the youth here back at home. You know, we are here in the village hoping to see our brothers and sisters who are outside helping to aid our developmental aspect. So when MECUDA U.S.A. come like this, it is very, very encouraging. Other youth will learn from what the youth of Tobho have gained today, and if they do it well, then they will progress, and then other youth will also benefit from it. What MECUDA U.S.A. has done, I think it is just in light with what Professor Njo Oliver, the MECUDA President General, said, that empowering all the branches to support development in the village is our watchword. So what MECUDA U.S.A. has done, if other branches can copy and then support the home with such activities, then we will know that MECUDA will be lively.
It is hoped that in at most 3 months from the date of handing over, at least 2 of the piglets will have been pregnant. With the successful realization of the Tobho Youth Association Piggery project, sponsored by MECUDA U.S.A. under the leadership of Madame Olive Musoro as president through the Cameroon National Youth Council Mbengwi 2023 Bureau, the question now is, who next?